It's football. Mr. Westside and KC back in the building. Yep. It's another one. It's another one. I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another anthem. Cowboy up, cowboy up, cowboy up.
It's about to go down to the finish. I'm cowboyed up all the way down to my kicks. The Cowboys finna play in a minute. We in that zone on the quest for the six. Can't do nothing but accept that. We got the game on the 80-inch frame. Finna hook up with my club brothers. You gon' respect that? Step on the scene as they set up the scene. We got the queens in this motherfucker. Point blank range. We aim at anything in NFC. Or anybody wanna step into the D. Big D. They wanna take a fella off his feet. I know, but you can tell by the swelling of my feet that I'm still standing on the front line and let my star shine down in Nevada. You only got one time to find yourself and I miss you. Sick, you coming back, star status. Get your ass in. Let's go.
You can't see my fan club. We off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll. Star status time.
You can't see my fan club. We off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll.
I'm Jones, give it to me for a hit. Some of this cowboy shit, I'm lit off it. High as a kite, it's Sunday morning, but we play the night star status. We bring the fire marshal out, keep it 200 when you're running your mouth about my team, my club. We get love from all. Keep it football, y'all. That's our motto. Yep, calling all cowboy fans from 2 to 100. Let me see you do that dance. Cowboy up, baby. Switch on my team, that's crazy. Hey, ladies, we them boys. So my bookie put everything on us. Double up, triple up, plus. Cowboy putting big bucks in my pocket, West up. That's why you can't see my fan club. We off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll.
Star status. You can't see my fan club. We off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll.
I took a shot of clear out my cowboy shot glass. Watch us whoop a team ass. At last, I thought I was at a jam. My Dallas Cowboys is back in the game. It's a damn shame how these haters keep whooping. I stay cowboyed up so you haters keep looking. Flags flying in the back, alright. Celebration at Lake D House tonight. Cowboy up.
Vibing and weaving through the league, trying to conquer the seas. Look on the field, all my monsters they feed. That's why you always see me smiling and chasing me in a blue car, hopping out in blue stars all on my chest for the whole world to see. Cause when it comes to the Cowboys, take a look around, boy. Tell me who the most fans that y'all gon' see. We everywhere. That's right.
You can't see my fan club. We off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll.
You can't see my fan club, we off the chain.
Star status to the top of the globe. Better get your ass in if you ready to roll. Ready to roll.
I be your digital dealer. Hit me in my DMs. Let me send your pack in the mail. Hope that pack don't tell. Yeah, I'm gonna sell till I go to jail. I be your digital dealer. Yeah, you hit me in my DMs. I will put that pack in the mail. Hope that pack don't tell. Watch me sell till I go to jail. Up in the way. Yeah, I put that pack in the mail. DEA be watching. I be going in and doing my thing. I don't care. You watch me sell. Pack be leaking. Yeah, it's talking loud. Talking be loud. What you talking about? Yeah, you really be telling. But I gonna still make this money. Send my cash to that cash app. Leave that trail. For 12. I be your digital dealer. Yeah.
You can't see OAT, we off the chain. You know what it is.
Let's move with that West Coast shit, man.
Hey, shout out Wesley, Westside Dawson, Star Status Cowboys connection down there in LA, man. They represent, man. I got a zip drive with all his tracks, man. If you're interested in to get some of them Cowboy tracks, let me know. You can get them on the low. He'll mail them to you and everything, man. What's going on with you, baby? We on Digital Dealers today, Bob, on a Sunday.
I'll be your digital dealer. Yeah, man. Sunday, man. That's the way it is, man. Again, like you said earlier when we were talking, man, I felt like, damn, did we have something to do today, man? Oh, that's right. Podcast every day, working. It's just the way it is, man.
Yeah, get up, check schedule, you know what I mean, and do some other stuff you got to do. And you're like, oh, you get that feeling. You're right. You know what I mean? But we got a special show today, man. We highlighting another OAT. Like I said, we off the chain. OAT admin, man, who actually has built his own brand up in the group, man. So we're going to have Sam, the admin, on the show today. So you guys know him. He's a big time DAC supporter. He's been with OAT since around 2017, and I got some receipts I'm going to share here with you guys on a little video of when Sam and I initially met out of OAT, which is the cool thing that we're doing here is connecting fans, you know, off of social media at live events. So stick around with that. How's the weather down there in Colorado today? What's going on in the cannabis center of the industry, Bob?
Well, as I always say, man, it doesn't matter what the temperature is outside as long as it's about 74 degrees in my grow tent. But if you must know, we actually had a beautiful 87-degree day yesterday, and then it's just been cold and rainy all day today. So it looks like the crazy bipolar weather of April is sort of bleeding into May, considering we're already 2 days into May. But it's going to be nice, man. I'm getting a good feeling, man. We're going to get that summer real soon. We're going to be able to get out and be normal as we can be, but with a little bit more knowledge, I think. And yeah, man, it's getting better, man. How about yourself, man? You live in a slightly rainy area as well, man. How the sky's looking over there?
Bro, if you've been following me on my live on Facebook, where we're live at right now, you know what I mean? I've been talking about standing in the rain up here because it ain't been nothing but rain. But actually, we've had some sun over the last couple of days, which has enabled me to get some work done outside in the yard, putting some stuff together, things like that. So trying to get it done because the rain is coming here again shortly. But yeah, other than that, it's been pretty nice altogether, man. But I don't know. We're going to find out how that weather is down in Texas in about 15, 20 minutes. So you want to stick around. We're going to be bringing Sam, the admin, on. But let's talk a little bit about that NFL draft over there. How about that?
All right, so here we go. If you want to know what Bob the Cannabis Cowboy, aka B Riley 88 admin of Official America's Team wants to know, I don't know much. This is what I can tell you. The one name that I did know in this draft, because I just don't follow college ball a lot, Micah Parsons, the linebacker we got, is crazy. Now look, man, every time you go and somebody gets drafted, you go to YouTube, they're going to have automatically their highlights up, right? Everybody's highlights are badass, but this guy's highlights are just extra badass. There's just something crazy about a linebacker that they were ready to put in as punt returner because he's so fast. And that's exactly what was up with Micah Parsons before he decided to take last year off, which I think he did. He opted out of it. They were ready to put him on punt return or something like that. His speed is insane, and his technique is insane. So I'm happy about that. The other thing I'm happy about is 6 defensive picks in a row, man. So, look, I don't know shit about college football. I'm going to go ahead and say the front office of the Dallas Cowboys does. So I'm going to go ahead and let them take who they thought they were going to take. It's their money. It's all that good stuff. But they did at least what us fans wanted, and that was boost the defense by picking at least 6 in a row. And then they went and picked a couple 6'4", 6'3" cornerbacks and safeties later, too. So,
yeah, they got some pretty big
happy.
guys. Yeah, I think they said I think it was 8 total defensive players taken. You know what I mean? Which is kind of been, yeah. So it's been out of 11, actually 8 out of 11. So
that's right.
There's 3, total. So I actually put up an article on officialamericas.team.com. If you're on Instagram, you want to go over there and check that out today. I'll actually put that link up in here for you guys. So you can go over there and follow all those new rooks on social media. Funny, some of them barely even had Instagram startup. Some of them under 10,000 fans. But, you know, of course, as they've been added to Cowboys Nation, the numbers are on the expansion agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're all young kids, man. But that's the one thing that I really do enjoy about the draft because, like I said, since I know nothing about college, I can say, who the hell is Travis Frederick? Who the hell is Zach Martin? I don't know these people's names. And then all of a sudden, they're the greatest at their position at one point in time. So that's the beauty of the draft. You know, again, if we were the ones that knew how to call the draft, we probably wouldn't be doing this particular podcast right now. We'd be doing something different. But we don't have that knowledge. So we're using what we have right now.
Yeah, pretty much. And so since I brought that up, I want to share this, guys and gals, what you're watching today. We're going to get some shout outs here just in a minute. I seen you, Mr. Cuff. I appreciate those hanging out with us here today. But over at officialamericas.team.com, where we talk about the first, Facebook group put together in 2016. You know what I mean? We got over almost 18,000 fans in there now, 5 years later. This is our blog there. You guys can check it out. We talk about players around the clock, like how to meet Antoine Woods and Jalen Smith May 23rd of this month in Bakersfield. We talk about fans. We talk about the folks that help us here, like who we're talking about today, which is Sam the ad man. But you can go over there, and there's Micah Parsons there you're talking about.
It's a bad boy.
And, as you scroll through, it's basically just got all of that boss man fat. You know what I mean? A bunch of names. Don't get me to try to pronounce them. Because I'm like you. I don't watch college football. And
oh, man, they're getting tough to pronounce. It doesn't even matter if you know college football, man. Again, I think some of these some of the names are just getting so deep, man. They're digging into all kinds of races and gene pools, man, that we're able to pull from now, which is great. If you go back to the 70s, it's pretty much African Americans or Caucasians, and that's it in the NFL. Over the years, we're able to get lots of different races and melting pots, which obviously makes American people not really know how to pronounce some of the names. But again, we don't know what they're going to turn out to be. I was talking to my friend Eric B. I don't think I know who DeMarcus Ware was either. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes they just turn into something, man.
Yeah, sometimes they turn into a Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? Round 4 draft pick. You know what I mean? But shout out, we got a couple of folks ride with us today. We always seem to have, what it is, a Facebook user. So shout out to the Facebook user. It says, double up with D-Town, new Hot Boys blazing it up. So shout out to that Facebook user showing some love with us over there today.
Thanks for
using Facebook. Mr. Cuff out of there, you guys know him. His better half there is Lady Vice out of Star Status Cowboys Connection, Ohio.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I mean? So he's tuning in with us today. So you guys that are tuning in with us, especially on Facebook and all of those places on Facebook, my profile, OAT, your profile. I mean, we're live on 100 profiles and also on my page, my YouTube channel. So you guys that's watching over there on YouTube today, we're giving y'all some love. It's the hangover after the draft. And like overall, man, I've been saying defense wins championships. It's funny how there's so much emphasis put on defense wins championships, but everybody wants to go after the offense in the first round. And then lo and behold, what does Dallas do? They go out and grab 8 of 11 defensive picks, which goes right in line with that. And they didn't draft anybody offensively named Kyle Pitts. So we can just kill that train, if you know what I mean. I think that train's been pretty dead. So I feel sorry for them zombies that are walking around that just drunk the Kool-Aid and went all in on them, man. You know what I mean? But I give them an overall grade of about an A. I don't really do that type of stuff, but I think they did great because I said defense wins championships, so they're going to get an A.
I've heard differently. I've heard that we have addressed the positions that we needed to address. We just didn't address them correctly, meaning, everyone's a critic. They could say this person, you should have got this person when this person is who you grabbed. Again, we don't know any of that. I'm going to just go ahead again and assume the front office of the Dallas Cowboys knows how to choose prospective NFL players from college. So I'm going to go ahead and let them take this one on that one. But at the same time, it's good to see them at least take the chance and say, hey, we're going to pick up all these defensive guys. Not to mention the wide receiver that I saw too, who I believe maybe Samoan, possibly, or maybe it looked like maybe a Hawaiian name, if I'm being honest. It looked like a beast as a wide receiver, and the rest of the defense that we wound up picking up looked pretty good too. So again, I don't know a lot about college and these players, but I know that we addressed those positions, and I really feel like our team knows what the hell they're doing. So we can be happy. And undrafted, we can't forget about that too, man. We got a big roster to fill, so we picked up another tight end.
They picked up a bunch of folks too. Also, I think that were undrafted. I think they signed too.
Yeah.
Some rooks. So they got and those were a lot of offensive players. So everybody that's running around, because Cowboy fans, they always bitching about something. They don't like the defensive picks we took. You know what I mean? Whatever the case. Well, they took a lot of offense because some of y'all are crying we took too much defense. They took a lot of them offensive players. I guess they signed on the side or however they do that. So follow them experts. You want to know what we mean, because we don't know what we're talking about over here when it comes to college football. But I thought the draft was pretty fun. You know what I mean? I happened to go live with the UK Cowboy fans over there. So shout out to Mike Poland and the UK Cowboy fans over there. They had Stephen Jones on their line. They had a lot of the top brass on their podcast over there. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of the Dallas Cowboy fan base creators that have built relationships with those folks are on there too as well. So big shout out to the UK Cowboy fans, anybody that's watching today, man.
I tell you what, I don't remember, and I want to know if anybody in the comment section, anybody watching this can let us know when the last time was this did happen. But seeing the Dallas Cowboys go through with a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles was very surprising. I don't. Before I even saw what was happening, I remember looking at my wife and we were just like, "What the hell's going on?" There's absolutely no reason.
I'm gonna just sum it up for everybody. It's a crack deal. Jerry,
Yeah.
and it's the NFC East. If you don't do your homework, you got to know the NFC East is the wealthiest division in the NFL for a reason, because things like that take place. And I was upset about that too, because I was like, why of all people are we swapping and going back with Philadelphia? But apparently, Will McClay, the draft whisperer, and those folks, they had a ring on it. They knew what was going on over there based on their strategy and how they wanted to attack it from the war room. So like I said, I give them an A, man, even though we traded with the enemy. And like I said, it sums it up. NFC East going NFC East.
And then you think about who we got because we traded with the enemy. And the reason why this guy dropped so far, I would actually venture to say that this kid Parsons, Micah Parsons, might have dropped another 5 positions if we decided not to draft him, because of, I believe he had some sort of hazing thing that he was involved with, and maybe an alleged assault. I don't know, but we all know that Jerry doesn't have a problem with that really right now. He knew that he knew after passing on Randy Moss that you could take a chance on some kids that have some heart. So maybe he's one of them. But hey, man, I think we did good, man. I think we did good.
Oh, Faith on the line with us. What up, Bobby Mack? See you, baby.
Bobby Mack, what's up, man?
And another Facebook user chiming in and said, we did pretty damn good. Oh my God, fake ass fans. I feel you.
For that.
I feel your pain, you know what I mean? But that's part of being a Dallas Cowboy fan. We eat our own dysfunctional family, right?
Yeah, you're going to either have to learn how to love saying that sentence or hate it enough to not believe it's true.
Now, here's a comment I can get down with. Facebook user here says, A would have been A+ if not trade with the enemy. See, I kind of feel that way too. That's why I didn't go A+, and then also because I guess we didn't get a safety. A lot of folks are hollering we should have got a safety, but we plugged all those other holes. So what do I know at the end of the day? But I agree with you, man. Only an A because you traded with the enemy.
Yeah, I think we did benefit out of that, but as much as it benefited us, it was hurt. It was definitely hurt to see. Like, wait, I hope we at least fleeced them for like 2 or 3 picks, but no, it was a pretty good deal. Whatever. Like I said, we did that knowing that nobody was going to pick up Parsons.
Yeah, so big shout out to the NFL and the NFL draft. You know what I mean? From going virtually last year, the first ever NFL virtual draft last year. We all remember that one, right? In 2020. To now this year, shout out to all the folks, especially shout out to Sarah Berryhill, who's a big time fan of ours here, and also Street Team Amy. They were out there live on the ground at the draft with Star Status Cowboys Connection Ohio. So big shout out to them folks. I seen them posting some folks. I seen all the draft parties going on everywhere. Star Status, all the fan clubs across, all the hard hitters. Everybody was out there posting, what they had going on, raffles, giveaway stuff. It was good to see the nature of the fan base back out and about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's like I said, a little bit of normalcy is going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be thrown at us all at one time, but by the time this NFL season rolls around, I'll tell you what, really, by the time May 12th, which is when the schedule is going to be released, we'll know then exactly what every stadium plans on doing, because they're not going to release the schedule until they realize what their capacity is going to be.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because years past, right after the draft, normally we've gotten the schedule.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed with the NFL already, like everything is an event now. So the schedule drop is going to be an event. And then guess what? They're going to have everything going, all the bells and whistles. So get ready for that. You know what I mean? As you see what took place with this draft compared to last year. So just be prepared in the future moving forward. If you don't understand why they're making such a big deal out of this little shit that you normally didn't worry about, that's because the NFL is making it an event so they can do shit 365 days a year, 12 months out of the year, like a perpetual cycle. It's
every
called
damn thing.
It's called a cash cow. But hey, man, why are you playing with me? I'm the only Facebook user on here, man. It's like 3 of y'all, but y'all trying to show my multiple personality disorder over here. I see what y'all doing. Tell me, man.
It's Victor and Jocelyn Martinez.
And now there's 2. See, now now the Facebook is attacking the Facebook users. As long as nobody shows up named Built Difference.
Built different, man. Watch out for those mofos, man.
Would be good.
That's crazy.
Here's going back to a draft. Excuse me, that's not a COVID cough. Parsons and Jabril Cox are multi-positional. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, a lot of length. a lot of big boys. You know what I mean? So they did well. You know, Will McClay, I call him the draft whisperer because, like, when I was at the draft in 2018, and shame on you, Dallas Cowboy fans who live in the state of Texas who didn't make it to the draft. You know what I mean? You know, you got to go to the draft. I mean, you know, those folks.
You got to go to the draft.
You got to go to the draft. I mean, I've seen so many Cowboy fans at the draft in Cleveland. You know what I mean? So I just knew that, hey, I might not be alive again when they have another draft in Dallas. Like, it was pretty lucky we had one to begin with. But shout out to all those folks out there that were participating and, you know, got out there and gave us some good looks at everything that was going on. We appreciate everybody hanging out here with us today. So we got our special guest on the line, and we're going back to OE. This is an OAT thing, man. We got some seniority around over here on this show tonight, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Going all the way back. So you got to know who he is, man. It's Sam, the admin. And if you don't know before until today, you'll know after today to watch for the hook, baby. Let's welcome Sam, the admin, to the show, baby.
Sam!
Yo. What's up, fellas? BG, what it do?
Man?
What's good with you, baby? Look at him. He got the hook on his cap. Look at him, man.
Oh, yeah. Stay in the fishing apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, man. I would too, man. Shit. You got a little bit of, you got some sponsorships and stuff and whatnot, huh?
Yeah. A little bit.
Beautiful.
I want to try to share a little something maybe before we get started, take you back down memory lane if I can, before we get into it right quick, Sam.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get over here to it right quick. There we go. Will it show it? There we go. I want you to take a look at this right quick.
Did you click with sound?
Was the sound not coming through?
Yeah, it's not. And when you're sharing the screen, you have to make sure you click that little box that says with audio on the bottom left.
Yeah, you know what? It's not even giving me that option. But just real quick, just to kind of give you the visual there, Sam.
Now, even you look like it's a long time ago.
Who's that cat? Who's that cat right there? That's all I want to know. You know what I mean? What's up, Sam? If y'all don't know, that's me and Sam back in 2017. Was it, Sam, when I flew into DFW there?
Sam, I think your mic is muted right now. There you go.
There we go. We got you. Did you hear me, Sam?
Yeah, I heard you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that was what, back in 17, right? When you picked me up in the airport?
Yeah, I believe it was 2016, I believe.
Oh, man. That's back in the days of the roots, man. So shout out, you know what I mean? Appreciate that. Sam was actually picking me up to take me to the first ever Go NFFC. Now it's called Go SportsCon. If all the Dallas heads out there know, some folks know. Hosted by Andy Albert, you know, the cousin of Tony Romo. So shout out to Sam. We was out there kicking it. But, man, I remember them socks. You got me some Dak Prescott socks that day too, right? I remember that, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I forgot all about those Dak socks. That was the one thing you asked for. You're like, man, you got to give me some socks.
Man, I was going to the club that night. I had to have some Dak socks to have on with my dress shoes.
We had a brand new store just open up right down the street from my house. Like the day you asked me that, like it was literally that week was the grand opening. So I went there. They had everything Cowboys.
Yeah,
nice.
The first thing I saw was some Dak socks.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I really appreciate that, man. Glad to have you on the show today. I wanted to invite you, man, to give you some shine today, man, because you've been doing big things. We talked about you over there at Official America's team. I just wanted to bring you on here a little bit and have you share your OAT experience, and then tell everybody what you got going on in terms of, I got your Instagram. I'll be able to share that so everybody can take a look at it. And what you got going on with the fishing, man, because we titled today's show, you know, my title for you is Watch for the Hook, because, man, you out there laying them, baby.
Yeah, trying to. Yeah, man, actually, I took my son fishing for the first time. I took baby Dak out there for the first time today. We just got back a couple hours ago. So
nice.
Fishing is like my second job, man. As soon as I get off my real job, I come straight home and pick up the poles, and I'm on the road hitting some kind of water.
I see it, dog, because I'm like, man, he don't ever work. But I know you working because you out there putting that content up as a content creator. So big shout out. But I was telling you, Bob, remember He had a son named Baby Dak. I told you.
Yeah. That's
Big,
nice,
big
man. That's
time,
nice.
big time Dak supporter. So let everybody know how much you love Dak Prescott, right quick.
Oh, Dax, that's my guy right there, man. Ever since the first time I ever saw him play football, like at Mississippi State, I was like, man, that dude is the truth. Because you got to think at the time, Mississippi State was #1 in the nation. Everybody was like, who are these guys? And Dak was only a junior at the time. And the only reason why they lost their #1 spot is because they had to play Alabama, SEC. And they had to play Alabama that year, who went on to win a national championship. And, the rest is history. But, yeah, man, I just fell in love with Dak Prescott from the time he was at a young quarterback. And he just so happened to land on, my team. And it's been up from there.
So
He's a winner. He's a winner, man. Straight up winner.
True winner, man. True winner, true leader. That's what I like about him the most. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think I just named my son after Dak Prescott because I'm just a Cowboys fan. But it also has to do with a lot about if you go back and look at his story, just about the kind of man he is. What his mom meant to him, and he just has a lot of great qualities about him as a man. And I just really admire that about him. And so I thought it would be cool just to pay tribute to him, to my firstborn son, me being a lifelong Cowboys fan from Dallas, Texas. I thought it'd be kind of cool to incorporate the Cowboys with my son's name. So I made his middle name. His real name is not Baby Dak. His name is actually Landon Dakota.
Landon Dakota. I said Dak. I said Landon. I just know you call him Baby Dak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just Baby Dak for sure. Because Dak Prescott's name is Rain Dakota Prescott. So I just went with Landon. It just goes hand in hand. It was just meant to be, man. It was just meant to be.
Right. So going back, man, I can't ever remember how did you get linked up in OAT to begin with, and then how did you get up to admin status? I don't even really remember that because I know you were there right from the beginning, and a lot of stuff happened real quick.
Well, I found you on the, as you call it, the interweb. You made this video that you say you can't find to this day. I guess it was on your old Facebook, but man, you made this video, and you were in a Romo jersey, and you were in your car, and we had just come off of like a tough loss. And everybody was bagging Romo, typical Cowboys shenanigans. And but you made this video and you like went viral, bro, like fast. And I was like, man, who is this guy? And our friend requested you, and then we just hit it off, man. We used to talk Cowboys, and then you created OAT, and we're here.
Right. But I remember because most of the admins I've met, with the exception of Bob, which is crazy because you would think Bob and I have probably been best friends for life the way we talk, but we've never met physically. But I've met a majority of the admins, and that's why I said this is a power circle here today. So I mean, you must have done something. We booted you up quick. I think it was because you was riding with Dak so hard, and I was like, okay, he's really riding with Dak. Or no, it was with the receivers. It was when we had Dez, maybe I think at the time. Anyway, you posted some stuff.
Yeah, it was probably a little bit of Dez and Dak too. So
right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could have been both, man. If I'm being honest, man, there's tagging on anybody.
Right.
Yeah, 2016 was crazy, man. Folks were looking at me crazy, like, why is he going so hard for this quarterback? But I'm like, man, this dude is a winner.
Yeah. No. I feel the same. A lot of folks don't even know. I think that Rain Dakota got a degree. I think it's a master's degree in like operational general leadership or plant management. Like if you wonder why he's really good with a lot of folks, you know what I mean? He's always building relationships, like that leader of man, like we were talking about. But I mean, it wasn't until later on that after you were in OA for a while, man, you started getting on the fishing tip again, man. So walk us a little bit through that. I'm gonna bring up the article we shared about you on Watching for the Hook. So how did you get into the fishing? I know you said you had been doing it pretty much all your life, and that's a story I'm going to be bringing up here. But share with them folks real quick in a snapshot.
I mean, Casting Cowboy was pretty much created, with the help of yours truly, yourself, BG. I remember whenever one day, in the admin chat, you were really challenging everybody to really start creating and creating your own brand. And you know, when you get around a bunch of creators, you know, I was like, man, where do I fit in? And I had just got on this crazy run with just catching a lot of big fish, man. It was like, it was just crazy, dude. Like, I couldn't believe, like, every day I was going out, I was just catching all these big fish. Like, if you go back and look at my Instagram from the very beginning when I first started, I mean, I was just out there hammering them. And it just clicked one day when I was out there. I was like, man, I love the Cowboys, you know, DC4L. I love fishing. I've been fishing all my life, you know, since I was 7 years old. And it just clicked. I was like, man, I could be the casting cowboy. Like, I'm the Cowboys fan who's fishing. I was like, I don't see no Cowboy fans on Instagram fishing. And so I was like, I could be the, you know, the first one. And so that's how Casting Cowboy was created. And it's just been up ever since.
What's the story? I think, did you share was the story with me? You walked up on a couple of guys, they were fishing, you outfished them, and they were like, "Oh, well, who are you?" And where, you know, what's your channel and all this type of stuff. What was that? Was that a story you shared with me?
Yeah, I might have. I mean, a lot. It's happened to me a lot. You know, recently. Last week I was out at a spot, and this guy showed up, and as I was leaving, he was like, "Hey man, are you Casting Cowboy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Man, I thought I recognized you." He was like, "Man, I was wondering when I was gonna see you around, you know, because DFW, I don't know, you know, DFW is pretty big, so it's not just a hop, skip, and a jump to drive to these, you know, ponds I'm going to. You know, I'm driving like sometimes 45 minutes to an hour just to go fishing." So, but yeah, man, a guy, you know, he just ran up on me and was like, "All right, you Casting Cowboy?" And I thought that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Because it's like, wow, you know what I mean? It's that small. I've had that happen to me as well. I'm pretty sure Bob's had that happen to him out in Colorado with good chemistry over there too as well. I think somewhere maybe.
Yeah. My dispensary has been like, "Yo, Cannabis Cowboy, what's up, man?"
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's that power of social media, like DJ.
Well, just to let you know, you got a brand messaging, man. And with Casting Cowboy over there, I'm going to pull up your Instagram here in just a second. But I just thought that was awesome once you got into it. And I was like, yeah, I watched your Instagram grow from literally nothing to, man, you're almost like the 1,500 followers now. And like you're just jamming it every day with content. So let me pull that up here for you.
Yeah, man, it's crazy how fast my page is growing. You know, I started from ground zero, you know.
Nice.
0 followers. And
that's the way to do it.
Now we're almost pushing like 1,500 right now, and you know, there's a little method to my madness on how you know, grow your page. You know, staying in the algorithms of the social media platforms. You know, I try to post, like, I watch a lot of videos from other people and do a lot of homework behind the scenes before, you know, when I'm not fishing, and I try to post like 3 times a day at least 3 times a day on my feed. Yeah, like all that stuff is recent from this week that you see right there. So, you know, just trying to post 3 times a day, and believe it or not, those hashtags I put at the end of my post are there for a reason, because if you click on those hashtags, the first thing you see whenever you click on them is my pictures. And any hashtag, like any hashtag you use, once you click on it, it's gonna show what you posted. So
yeah, it's gonna aggregate all that content for your brand, like hashtag built by fans for fans. If you do that on Instagram, you get over 1,000 posts there. I'm sure you probably got close to 1,000 posts. Bob, you got yours. Hashtag keep growing over there, right?
Keep growing, baby. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I just keep trying to pump that content out as much as I can. You know, like I said, I try to post 3 times a day, but you know, it's hard, you know, juggling the work life, family life.
And for people who don't know, man, that the fishing content game is big. It is huge. It is flooded, man. You're like just trying to keep up with people like the Guggen Squad and these guys, man. They're just all over the place, man. It's definitely competitive out there for sure, man. Not just the fishing, the actual social media game of it all is real crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you know, it's crazy. I've seen guys go, like guys that I followed, you know, only had like a few thousand followers, and now like this one guy I follow, Weston Smith. You know, I started following him. He only had about 5,000 followers, which is a lot. You know, that's a lot of people, you know, people you don't know following you. But
Bro,
now,
100 is a lot when you first start out. You know that feeling.
100. You gotta think. You gotta think. I probably know maybe 1% of the people that are following me in real life.
Right.
All the rest are people I've never met in my life ever. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that guy that I
That's a
follow,
cool thing.
he just hit 100K followers on his Instagram, man, and it's crazy how fast these guys blow up.
Talking to Bob's point over there about the fishing game content's big on Instagram, and also I know what you're talking about on them hashtags, because the rule of thumb is for creators you want to use at least 30 hashtags up to 30.
Yeah,
that's how people are going to find you. So once you learn the hashtags of your community, Dallas Cowboys, America's team, we them boys, we them girls, all that type of stuff, cowgirl, whatever you want to use, you can find that on Instagram. And
I even put hashtag official America's team in my post, so it can go straight to you guys, and I can be in there as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and there's your hashtag content lesson of the day. Use hashtags on Instagram to aggregate your content and find new content.
I can't stress that enough. And it's hard. It's hard to hashtag 30 somethings,
Yeah, on your phone. Yeah, tell me about it. I know all about it, bro. I feel your pain. You know what I mean? But big shout out to you, bro, because you literally went from the bottom and now you're up there. You've even got a couple of sponsorships, I believe, haven't you? Gotten some gear from some folks and done some promos and stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm trying. Currently, my current one I'm trying to work with right now is Big Fish Bullies out of Arizona, but my first original sponsor that really put me on the map is also another company out of Arizona called Flirt Skirts Fishing. Man, I can't thank them enough, because I was actually the first guy in Texas to throw their baits. And
wow.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, baby. Digital dealers, and there's the link right there, what he's talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, Flirt Skirts Fishing. We highlighted that there in your story, you know what I mean, over at officialamericas.com, bro. So, man, that's huge, bro. I didn't even know that, but that's huge, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. I don't brag when I say that, I mean that like with all humbleness, but yeah, man, I was the first guy in all of Texas to throw their baits. So big shout out to Flirt Skirts Fishing. Like I said, they really put me on the map as far as, the fishing game. And, I have my own lure through them.
Nice.
Man, I just went blank on the color, but
so for somebody new, and I'm sorry to interrupt because we're talking to creator stuff here. But somebody new, like, how did you figure that out as somebody, you know what I mean, trying to figure it? Because I've watched you literally do it by yourself, and I know you said you watched a lot of other videos and things, but what do you credit this knack to figuring this stuff out as a creator for you in this newfound space?
Man, I just credit other content creators in the fishing game. There's a guy called That Bass Fishing Dude who's actually just about 45 minutes away from my house out in Wiley, Texas. He actually put a video out like right when I first started my Instagram about trying to post to your feed 3 times a day, 30 hashtags every time you post, and post into your story so that you stay in the algorithms of Instagram, because the more you post, the more you hashtag, the more you put stuff on your story, the more people are gonna see your stuff. Like, I don't get how that stuff works.
You got to do it all. It's like going to the gym, baby. You got to hit everything. Like, go live too.
Go live. You try to go live. A main thing too is interact with your followers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You when you have this kind of platform, you have to use it. So, and one of the ways you use it is interacting with your followers.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things I see of a lot of creators, especially in the Cowboys fan base. They don't comment on this stuff or respond. Some of them won't even respond to you unless you pay them, believe it or not.
Yeah. Like, I don't get paid for anything I do. Like I said, that's not why I do this. Like I said, fishing is something I love to do. Yeah. Cowboys, y'all know Cowboys. I do that 24/7, 365, all day, every day. So, yeah, man. I
We
just
know why you're doing it, baby. We know you're doing it out of the love of your heart. You're a big time Dallas Cowboy fan, and like I said, the fact that my circle here with the admins, you know what I mean, good majority, 80-90%. I had to meet folks because of what we're building here. You don't want to just like what you're building your brand. You don't want to just have anything be able to tear it down, especially after all that hard work. How long you been building your brand over there at Casting Cowboy 817 on Instagram?
man, we've been going like 2 years strong now, so it's been a grind, man. But I'm starting to see stuff paying off.
Results.
So I'm starting to see results after 2 years of just grinding, man. Just grinding every day as much as I can.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions I got to ask you.
All right.
Sam. So I grew up in Miami, Florida, man, in an area called Kendall Lakes. So I grew up fishing lakes for the first 17 years of my life. That's all I was doing, man. And my favorite scenario has always been top water, shallow, right after it rained, using Rapala top water. I always pull largemouth out of lakes using that. What is your favorite lure and scenario to use that lure in to catch the most fish? Like, what is the best scenario and lure and weather you can come up with in your head to catch the most fish?
Man, in that scenario, I'm definitely going to be throwing a whopper plopper.
Okay, nice.
But if you look that up, if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, a whopper plopper,
yeah, buddy.
If you fish, I highly recommend you go to your local sports store and get you a whopper plopper. Don't matter what size, just get one, and I promise you're going to bust them.
Yeah, I actually got 3 or 4 through some of the mystery tackle boxes I got. I was just lucky to get a bunch of those. Like, woo!
I mean, yeah, they are pretty pricey. I mean, they're about $15 a pop, but
so top water, whopper ploppers, and rain. Do you like it when it's real sunny outside?
I like it when it's overcast.
Yeah,
I like it when it's overcast.
All right. And the second question is, because I think you're a gamer too, aren't you?
Yeah, I game a little bit.
So throughout the times that you've been conscious of gaming and gamers or game systems, what's your favorite fishing game to play out of all the fishing games that have existed?
Man, you know what? To be honest, I don't even play fishing games.
I was gonna say, I was wondering that because there's really only a couple type of people that play those games. Some people are just hardcore fishermen, sort of like myself, that played, and then most of them are just people who don't fish at all. That's why they want to play.
Yeah. Now, you remember the little handheld one back in the day?
I do. I had an actual reel.
Yeah, with the little reel on the side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that. That's about the only fishing game I had.
Okay.
All right. We got, looks like Brent down there in the boot commenting. Brent's a creator fantasy guy too as well. He's over in OAT, big time Cowboy fan. He said, some of us got your back, man. He said it's hard work building a channel. Amen.
Yeah, it is. And I appreciate every follower I get, any like I can get, anything, man. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Because like you said, it's hard work trying to build your brand and get your name out there, especially in the fishing game. Because you got to think, I'm doing something that millions of people are doing. You know, we're doing the same exact thing, but it's just all about having your own thing and creating your own lane.
How you do it. It's how you do it.
It's how you do it. And and that all goes back to, like I said, Flirt Skirts really put me on the map because nobody in Texas was throwing what I was throwing. And so when I'm showing up to ponds and nobody's catching something, and I'm over there busting these fish down, they're like, man, what are you using over there? And you know, I've got a video somewhere on my Instagram. You can hear my buddy in the background saying, what do you got over there? And I say, yeah, that Flirt Skirts. So,
promo.
Those the swim jigs that I see this picture of right here?
Yeah, I just recently added some of his swim jigs to my arsenal. I'm not a big swim jig guy, but I'm starting to get into it. So just trying to.
Do you rock them naked, or do you put a tail on them?
Yeah, I put a trailer on there, a swim bait trailer, paddle tail. Okay.
Nice.
So how you catch them crappie over there, man? You using bait or you using lures on that too?
Oh, I'm using lures, man. I'm not a big live bait guy. I'm pretty much artificial, you know. In the bass fishing world, you know, live bait is kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm sure somebody else didn't
Indeed.
either. Great info. Thanks for sharing.
It almost feels too easy because they're so aggressive towards the fish that they hunt, naturally. What the lures are a simulation of that. You want to be able to win that one and that way.
Now I will use. I'm not ashamed to use live. I don't use live bait all the time, but like today, for instance, I took my little boy. Like I said, I took Baby Dak out for the first time, and I went and got some minnows for him. So, and that's how.
How did that go? How did that go?
It was good, man. Yeah, man. I got him a bass on his little Spider-Man kiddie pole, man.
Nice.
So after this live show, go check out my Instagram, and I'm about to post all that up. I was actually getting ready to do that now, but I just didn't have time. So I
tell them how to follow you. What's your handle over there on Instagram?
It's at Casting Cowboy 817.
That's casting with an N, no G, right?
Yeah, just straight up N, no G.
Right. Yeah, y'all go check him out over there, man. This is Casting Cowboy 817, man. It's Sam the admin. I wanted to just get on here and show you some love, man. And I really am excited with what you're doing with your brand, man. I wish you the best. Bob and I all often over here, we get to talk about creator problems and things of that nature. So you can always bump heads with us in the admin chat like you do. But thanks for all the work you do with the posts. You know what I mean? And especially sharing, we see you sharing your fishing videos in there now. I encourage you to do more of that, bro.
All right, man. I'm gonna start flooding that oat page with these fishing videos.
Do it, baby. You an admin, man. You building your brand, baby. Make it happen.
Hey, I saw one of the guys who makes Cowboys apparel post them catfish videos in the group, and I was like, whoa, hold on now. Who is this guy? So I'm gonna start flooding the page.
If you don't, somebody else will. Always remember.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess I need to start flexing on the old page too.
Yeah. But any shout outs you want to give before we get you out of here? We wrap up this edition of Digital Dealers on a lazy Sunday day today, man. Because I know you got some fish to get back to. Who you want to shout out before we get out of here today, Sam?
Man, I just want to shout both of you guys out for sure. Because like I said, man, y'all have helped me grow so much as far as like on the creative side and building my brand. So thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have done for me and continue to do for me. Shout out to all the new followers that have already, I'm pretty sure once I pick up my phone, I'm going to have some. I saw somebody in the chat. Shout out Jay Mackin. There we go. Jay Mackin out of New York. Also Jay Mackin. I saw you from New York. So go follow my boy who catches fish in Central Park. His handle is at the real NYC Bass Kings.
Oh shit! Nice.
Big catching fish in Central Park in New York.
This guy catches big bass in Central Park. It will blow your mind.
Wow.
So Jay Mackin, if you know about Central Park, go hit up Central Park, my man. And
I'm gonna have to go there and check that
out.
Shout
out Jay Mackin for the follow. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, just thank you guys for everything. Like I said, I really appreciate it very much.
Of course, man. That's all we do is just share all this with each other, man.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And we appreciate everybody rolling with us. I know it got kind of thin today because, you teach a man to fish today, right? Tomorrow he go catch his own fish. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I'm trying to say, right? But anyway, man, we appreciate you having your own, man. And shout out to Baby Dak catching his first fish over there. You know what I mean? On some live bait, right?
Yes, sir. On a minnow. So,
all right, man. We appreciate you having you on the show, Sam. We'll catch you in the admin chat, baby.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
Later.
Good, man. Peace.
And there you have it, man. That's Watching for the Hook, man, with Sam, the admin, baby. That was pretty cool, man. I picked up some pretty good stuff. You asked some pretty good questions. Thanks for stopping my long-winded ass and asking some good questions, man. Thanks.
Man, I was dying to know, man, if I'm being honest, dude, because, it's not really one of those secret things. Everybody's got a lure and everybody's got a spot, man. But I have a dream scenario that I think about when I wake up and want to fish. It never happens out here in Colorado because it's just different in Florida and Texas where he fishes, which is very similar to Florida. But still, man, it's that feeling of, going out there and hunting the fish that makes it all worth it, which is why not everyone likes using live bait. But yeah, man, I had 10 more questions I could have asked him, man. I love fishing, man. It's in my blood.
Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. No wonder you were over here talking about him all the time. So you really get down on the hooks too, watching for the hook.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, man. I follow the Guggen squad too, and there's a lot of big fishing channels out there, man, and females too. They really dominate a lot of the market. Just a lot of really good looking women out there fishing. They're getting millions of followers just for that specific reason. So it's a big battle, man, that he's up against, man, and he's doing pretty well, man.
I think I see something manifesting right here organically on the show. Something like
Really?
Watch for the Hook weekly with Sam or something like that. With digital dealers or something. Maybe we talk about some fishing because you like some fishing game over there. You know me, I'll just gas up the boat. You know what I mean over here at digital dealers.
Take us out, man. Be the tour guide, man. I like it.
Take you guys out, man. So y'all heard it here first, man. We've been getting down. We appreciate y'all watching with us, talking all that good fishing game today. And somebody comment Facebook here says there's a lot of money winning tournaments in Louisiana in fishing. I don't doubt it.
Everywhere, man. Everywhere.
I got a couple of
and it's been like
buddies.
that since I was like 10. It's been like that.
Yeah, I got a couple of retired buddies here. I know I'd love to get on the show. Shout out my man David Kuntz. You know what I mean? My cousin from another mother. He knows he's out there in Taylor, Texas. He fishes at Lake Granger. I'd love to get him up on here. So all my Thrall folks, Taylor folks, who went to high school would know about that. So we'll have to check it out. So they do a lot of fly fishing up here, you know, salmon and stuff like that. So I don't really know. You know what I mean?
It's hard. I'm gonna tell you, man. It's why I struggle out here. That's really like last year. At some point, I actually caught my first largemouth bass out here because the fishing is for, like you said, it's trout. It's cold water fish. It's different. It's fly fishing, but I find the lakes that have bass in them, and I just try and hunt them. I've never caught a walleye either, man, which are basically largemouth bass but with big teeth. So I don't know. It's tough out here, man. Like I'm learning. I don't know if I want to conform yet. I still fish like I'm fishing in Miami and Florida, but that's not how they do it out here.
Bro, I just think this has been great tonight, man, because I think that's coming up, man, weekly right there. That helps Sam. That helps everybody, especially y'all getting to pick y'all's brain. And, you know what I mean? I know if there's that much content out there for folks to consume, we know some Dallas Cowboys out there probably going to consume some of that content too. You know what I mean? But y'all going to have to stay tuned here for the future episodes of Digital Dealers, man. You got any shout outs before we get out of here today, Bob?
Hey, man, just shout out to everybody who's following me. If you haven't checked me out, go to YouTube, Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy. I am on Instagram with Cultivating with Cannabis Cowboy, and obviously Facebook, Bob the Cannabis Cowboy, and I also have Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy page. So Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy is where you'll find me. And if you want to check me out on Patreon, that's Cannabis Cowboy. So I'm pretty much all over the joint. Thanks to my brother BG over here. And we're trying to give everybody knowledge, which is really what I do. If you're trying to figure out how to grow cannabis for the first time, I'm the dude to help you. So look me up.
Yeah, just Google. It's called the keyword game, baby. For all the creators out there, just Google the Cannabis Cowboy. You know, or Cultivating with the Cannabis Cowboy, and I guarantee you're gonna have all this stuff come up. But man, we are y'all's digital dealers here on the Sunday afternoon, man. We've been dealing y'all some dope fishing content, so stay tuned, man. Turn on notifications. If y'all want to see some more fishing content, tag somebody in a comment below that likes to fish, and do me a favor, share this video with somebody in the fishing groups on Facebook or something like that. I don't even know if that's a thing, but we're gonna have to figure that out. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned, man. It's your digital dealers, and we out.
I be your digital dealer. Hit me in my DMs. Let me send your pack in the mail. Hope that pack don't tell. Yeah, I'm gonna sell till I go to jail. I be your digital dealer. Yeah, you hit me in my DMs. Y'all will put that pack in the mail. Hope that pack don't tell. Watch me sell till I go to jail. Up in the way. Yeah, I put that pack in the mail. DEA be watching. I be going in and doing my thing. I don't care. You watch me sell. Pack be leaking, yeah, it's talking loud. Talking be loud. What you talking about? Yeah, you really be telling, but I gonna still make this money. Send my cash to that cash out. Leave that trail. 12.